More than 5 years after their breakup, Johnny Depp's $50 million defamation lawsuit against his ex-wife is taking center stage in a Virginia courtroom. In opening statements shared on April 12, Depp's lawyers argued that Amber Heard ruined the actor's reputation by choosing to lie about him for her own personal benefit. Back in 2018, Heard wrote an essay for the Washington Post in which she described herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. Although the article never mentioned Depp by his name, his attorneys previously said in court documents that Heard's op-ed was all part of an elaborate hoax. The Pirates of the Caribbean star also claimed in court documents that Heard concocted her story in the hopes of generating positive publicity and to advance her career. Welcome to The Moment Reacts, and today we'll be talking about the biggest revelations from Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. But first things first, do subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click the bell icon. Johnny Depp is suing Heard for defamation over a 2018 op-ed she wrote for the Washington Post, in which she opened up about surviving domestic violence. He originally filed a $50 million lawsuit back in 2019. However, it was delayed due to the COVID pandemic until a jury was selected on April 11 in Fairfax, Virginia, and opening statements began the following day. Back in November 2020, Depp lost his highly publicized UK libel lawsuit case against British tabloid The Sun for calling him a wife-beater. The court upheld the outlet's claims as being substantially true, and Heard testified to back up the claims. In March 2021, his attempt to overturn the decision was overruled. In this case, however, he is suing Heard directly. The pair met while making the 2011 movie The Rum Diary and later wed in 2015. They broke up in May 2016 when Heard sought a domestic violence restraining order against him, accusing him of abusing her. Depp denied the claims and they settled their divorce out of court in August 2016. Depp has testified that his goal is the truth, as he seeks to clear his name in the trial, which is being televised live via various outlets. Ahead of the trial, Heard said in a statement that hopefully when this case concludes, she can move on and so can Johnny. "I've always maintained a love for Johnny," she said, "and it brings me great pain to have to live out the details of our past life together in front of the world," she added. Kate James worked as Heard's personal assistant for 3 years between 2012 and 2015. In her recorded deposition played during the trial, James said after her position became full-time, Heard screamed at her when she pushed back against the $50,000 salary Heard offered, which she said was about half of what she usually makes. According to James, Heard flew into irrational rages on numerous occasions. She described one incident when Heard yelled at her for leaving some magazines out in the house that were supposed to be stored in the garage. When Heard found the magazines lying out, she went absolutely ballistic, James testified. Many of Depp and Heard's past texts have been read aloud to the jury. One of those was an October 2016 exchange between Depp and his longtime friend 𝐤𝐨𝐬𝐬. During his cross-examination, Depp said he was not proud of any of the language that he used in the explicit texts. Other texts sent by Depp that were brought up in court included one about drowning and burning Heard, in which Depp added, "I will F her burnt corpse afterwards to make sure she's dead." Both Depp and his older sister, Christy Dombrowski, have testified that their late mother was abusive toward them growing up, as well as toward their father. While discussing his previous struggles with substance abuse, Depp confirmed that he, at times, did recreational drugs with famous friends, like WandaVision star Paul Bettany and controversial musician Marilyn Manson. Depp also testified that Heard hated Bettany because, quote, "We had become such close friends and for her he was a threat and would take me away from her. with regard to if Paul Bettany were getting the attention from me. That was a showstopper. It would cause all kinds of unpleasantries." End quote. A point of contention in this case involves that infamous fight between Depp and Heard in Australia, where he was filming Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales in March 2015. It resulted in his right middle finger being severed at the tip. He claims it happened when Heard threw a vodka bottle at his hand as it rested on a bar top, though her legal team denied that version of events. During his testimony, Depp's team showed graphic, bloody photos of the finger taken that night and in the hospital after, when Depp told doctors it happened when his hand was caught in an accordion door. He claims he lied at the time in the hospital in order to keep Heard's name out of the situation. In audio recordings played by Depp's legal team, Heard admitted to having started a physical fight, and she argued with him that she didn't punch him but was hitting him. Depp has said multiple times under oath that he has never struck Heard or any woman. He was asked about a December 2015 incident where he allegedly headbutted Heard, who sustained bruises on her face. Depp strongly disagreed with the statement that he intentionally headbutted her, arguing that it could have been an accident while he attempted to restrain her. During opening statements, Heard's attorney Elaine Bredehoff held up a Milani Cosmetics concealed correcting kit. She told the jury how Heard concealed alleged bruises on her face. Elaine did not mention the brand or specific product by name, but said Heard always brought makeup with her wherever she went. In a TikTok video, Milani Cosmetics denied that their product could have been used since it wasn't sold until December 2017. And Heard and Depp's marriage ended the year before when she filed for divorce. Dr. Shannon Curry, a psychologist tasked by Depp's legal team to evaluate Heard, claimed in her testimony that Heard does not exhibit signs of PTSD from her allegedly abusive relationship with Depp. Additionally, Curry suggested Heard shows signs of borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder. She said these could lead her to feign PTSD and frame herself as a victim, exaggerating or falsifying symptoms. Depp's security guard Travis McGivern testified that he once stood between the actor and Heard in 2015, when a dispute got louder as both parties shouted obscenities at each other. Travis said he saw Heard throw a Red Bull can at Depp and that she tried to spit on Depp at one point. The actress testified about Depp not wanting her to continue working. She described it as a constant battle, convincing him she could take a new project. She worked with James Franco for a second time on the 2015 film The Adderall Diaries, which led to arguments with Depp, who suspected her of having an affair with her co-star. Heard confirmed that she had Franco over to her penthouse the day before filing for divorce, and the elevator surveillance footage was shown to the jury. And with that, it's time for us to call it a day, but we do hope that you liked the video and found it informative. And if you did, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel, as we'll be coming up with more informative videos on a regular basis. Your valuable suggestions are very important to us, so do post them in the comment section. And I'll see you in the next video.